Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. I'm here with Maerlande.
Hi guys.
It's turn 11. Got that right.
Yeah.
And judging by the amount of messages we got, things are starting to get spicy.
Well, just also looking, there's quite a bit of battle. Oh, but almost all of those are independents.
Yeah. But things are, it looks like, diplomacy's shaking up. Message from Pangaea. A lot has happened diplomatically. But the most amusing is that, and this is Sai, and Sai's notes are always funny, so we're definitely going to read the whole thing. But
Johnny.
the most amusing is that Johnny told me that 3 different people said that they thought I was going to rush them, which is funny because I only have 3 other neighbors. Mictlan I get, since in reviewing our first conversation, I said that I didn't want a nap, which is often a red flag, but I agreed to one later, so he's probably chill.
So he napped with Mictlan. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that either. He's actually the only player I have a nap with, which means I need to cancel it soon so I don't get made fun of.
He's blaming Stonetroll, okay.
I'll blame Stonetroll for it and say he double dog dared me to cancel all my naps, so I had to do it to not be a coward.
Oh, jeez, good grief.
Naba's fears are legitimate because I probably am going to rush him. Okay. So he's been cooking this one since like turn 4, though. So are Ashdod and Agartha. Okay, so there's going to be a 3v1. Though, and he's been cooking this plan. This is his actual plan that he's been cooking for a long time. So it looks like it's going to happen.
I don't know which scales he means are illegal, because both of them have just kind of average scales.
Well, we'll get there.
Okay. I know
Okay.
what I mean.
Yeah. Though, but what did he expect? The scales are illegal in a game like this. So I think he has like I think he went a scales build.
Naba did, yeah.
Yeah. Which means probably no Titan, right? Like no expander.
And he's going to be horrific to kill late.
Right. So it's going full scales is greedy in a way, because what you're saying when you go full scales is you're normally imprisoned, and what you're saying is I have all the tools within my national toolkit to deal with stuff that gets thrown at me, and if I can do that, I'm going to be set up to have a pretty good late game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I understand what you mean.
Ulm is a weird one. I have no idea why he'd think I'd want to rush him, other than the fact that I proactively talked to him like turn 1. However, very uncharacteristically diplomatic of me. Maybe he got suspicious from that, but I actually want cheap items. I don't want to fight Ulm until I can gas his armies. That's Foul Vapors. Which is what we were saying. It's actually an Ulm favored matchup, I think, until Foul Vapors comes out.
I believe so, yeah.
Also, Johnny gave me an incredible idea that only Pangaea can do, and it will be hilarious and awful. For this leal service, I will give him Naba's cap, Agartha best ally.
Okay, all right.
It was funny, before the game started, Sai said he's going to be playing Pangaea, and it's going to be completely standard, and there won't be anything interesting to see. So already he's given up on that. He's got a cool idea.
Before you jump to another message, I'd just like to see, did he do anything this turn? And can we see his white centaurs?
He got attacked by Indies, but we cannot see any of his white centaurs, so they are on the move.
Did somebody claim a throne for those damn direwolves? Because that's Throne of Beasts, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's gotten any thrones yet. I don't think we've watched any throne battles.
That's just a bad luck event.
Okay, so what are the takeaways? He's gotten Agartha and Ashdod to attack Naba. Apparently that's confirmed. And he's also got a boatload of dudes which are stealthy right now.
So he's got them in agreement, but nobody's made this attack yet.
Right. Okay, coming over to Vanheim. Last turn I started a Palisade in 114, and this turn I'm getting 173, so I can get Lion Tribe Doctors for nature access. In order to afford this, I have shifted to recruitment of a dwarf and some Valkyries, expansion's almost over and should give me 18 provinces, which is pretty decent. This Kris Lighthawk, by the way. My first target for war will likely be Pythium, who I don't have a nap with, and who seems to have expanded quite poorly, and also to have some quite juicy provinces. I may grab a throne or two first, though.
What do you think he's planning to do with Valkyries?
Well, they're good at sniping commanders. Yeah. So, I mean, going against Pythium, where he's almost certainly going to have like a Mindburn Communion or something when you're going after him, that could be kind of useful.
Okay. I was just curious what, if you had I mean, I've used them in the past, and it's been a long time. Unless I've got the wrong mods loaded, though, they're not cheap. They're still 50 gold each.
45 versus 65. So they're cheaper than Vans. Because he said he was making them to save money. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking, is how much is he saving?
But he's not saving a ton.
Not a lot. Although the dwarves are a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay. And where...
Okay, and he takes this province, and he takes this one, and he's now done with expansion.
And where was that other 40s building? Right there where his vans are, I think, straight south.
Yeah, Fort's under construction.
And he built that lab so he can get some witch doctors. Okay.
Where was the lab he built?
117? It was 178 and 117 were his notes.
Oh, I think it was, let me see what he said. 173.
173 and 114.
Yeah, okay, this is where he must be getting the lion tribe.
Well, they're terrible researchers, but they could site search and then do some bare bones foraging.
Yeah. So that's good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't remember if they need a temple. Some of the tribe do and some don't.
Yeah, it depends on if they're holy.
But, okay. Let's see what's...
It'll be slow, because they'll only get one every 2 turns.
Right. But I think if you're getting like a bad mage, one you're not going to want a lot of, just enough for like basic foraging and site searching, it's not worth a fort, really.
2 or 3 of those will do most of what he wants.
Yeah. Okay, a message has arrived from Jotunheim. Welp saw Mictlan's bless and fail. Oh, so he had a scout in that province where we saw Mictlan lose all of his stuff. He was already looking like a juicy target, but his scales/bless combination doesn't really give much room for any kind of defender god, and the bless alone is not looking particularly scary. Plus, looking at his current expansion and the attrition he took in his cap circle expansion, he must not have many troops around.
So he must have a fair number of scouts, because he's got better intel than I thought he'd have.
Right. I guess I'll start my first war before even clearing that cave that's just too far from Mictlan to really consider taking.
So we were debating last episode just what exactly will he do to counter that charged body. Maybe nothing. Maybe he'll just accept the attrition.
Yeah. He's got a lot of troops coming down here.
And they have a lot of hit points, so a single charged body probably won't kill them.
Yeah, the charged body in many ways I think is like a good alley-oop. You know, like if you're outnumbering the giants, because one guy gets charged, they get stunned, and then the rest kill him. But it's not looking like he's going to be out. Let's just look at his army score graph.
The biggest. He's now the biggest.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have chaff. I mean, he has some Vettys, but I mean, oh my god.
They're not. They're still decent.
Yeah.
Right. Reasonable for. I could see his thinking. Why not?
Right. So he took this, which was some heavy cav, no losses, and it's looking like these guys are going to be marching south. I'm guessing he takes this. This is really taking this army and taking this province, which is in Mictlan's cap circle, be devastating.
That's a declaration of war right there.
Well, not only is it a declaration of war, but you can't PD dump. And now, like, if you're Mictlan, what do? You have to defend your cap, which means you can't defend these other things. I think he's already, like, Jotun attacking him is checkmate.
And Mictlan has 2 tiny little armies left.
Yeah.
He's in rough shape.
But the thing is, taking something in somebody's cap circle is so devastating when they have no army like this, because the math that you always have to do is how many provinces can I defend if you're Mictlan? And unfortunately, I think for Mictlan right now, the answer is maybe one. And when your answer is I can maybe defend one province, and that province being checked as your cap, that means you lose all claim to any provinces around your cap.
Well, most nations can recover from one inexpensive expansion party, maybe two, but Mictlan's lost 4 or 5 expansion parties.
Right. Yeah, and Jotun has realized it, which is pretty good scouting or game sense or both.
Right. All right.
Okay. Is there anything else with Jotunheim? I don't think so. Nothing's really happening on these borders.
Oh, I think you can move on.
Ashdod. Research pathing. Alt 2 for commander self buffs. Conjuration 3 for powers. Pan and Agartha both speculating on joint war versus Naba. He apparently went super greed full scales. You heard it here first at the Ashdod Scouting Network. My scout, the one, heading west on a path to path the way. Let the viewers know if you get the double innuendo. Okay. The one heading on...
It's the only scout he owns.
Yeah, no, I got that, but I think it's like a pop culture reference or something.
I don't get the second one.
Yeah, okay. Okay, the other scout, unnamed and uncared for, heads north to make sure Xibalba isn't sitting his Titan here waiting for me to leave home.
Well, he doesn't know what we know, that Zib is busy harassing to his north.
Right. Finishing expand with my main army. Cap army will head west at the agreed time. Super glad I didn't have to throw my monitor across the room, because there are in fact lizards shaman in that last swamp province in my territory. Thank the Lord for cheap astral and Nacred in one sacred.
I'm pretty sure that you always, if you see lizards, you always get shaman.
Right, yeah. Well, he couldn't see what was actually...
Well, he saw the lizards in the province, and he said, well, I remember his message saying, well, there better be lizard shaman or I'll be...
Well, he saw there was a swamp. I don't think he got to see the indie type when he sent us the message, but... Yeah. But, okay, so it was Ashdod, so let's go over there.
Yeah, and he gave a second message, too.
Okay, yeah, so he sees now that it's lizards, but he hasn't taken it yet. So, I mean, he knows if there's lizards, there's going to be shaman in there, so that's why he's sending us this message. Okay. So he takes this with some anakites. He's hearing about people going against Naba, but he doesn't really have any armies to participate against Naba over here.
Well, he just said in 2 turns, right? He'll
Right.
move his capital army out in 2 turns.
But this is not... That's like 10 anakites. They go here, and then I guess they could attack here. Go up here. Okay.
He's not very big.
He's not very big. Ashdod not looking very scary right now.
No.
But he did, he's lost some stuff. Okay, so that's Ashdod. Oh, addendum. Not confident at all that Xibalba will respect the border agreement we drew up, so I'm suboptimally completing expansion to my east and putting a small PD dump in the cave to ensure I don't get an infestation that's hard to clear out. That cave has a gold mine, so probably need to protect it from uncertainty. I tested 19 PD, heavy infantry, heavy cav in the Plains province in the north versus 12 Xibalba sacreds with Berserker. Wasn't sufficient, so not bothering. Provinces and high income just...
You buy 10 or 11 in the cave.
Right. He was testing doing a PD dump here, but instead he just did a bit of a small PD dump here.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess that thing he was testing against was these Obsidian Warriors, which instead moved over this way.
Yeah, what he doesn't realize is it went the other way.
Right.
He didn't know that, and that's... Okay.
Okay, so he's looking... It looks like he's pretty non-committal towards attacking Naba. It's funny how they all think it's super greedy to go full scales. which, you know, it is greedy, but it's... Naba has garbage sacreds, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would argue it depends a great deal on what you plan to do with it.
Yeah.
Some nations, there's just nothing else really worth bothering with.
You know, it could be. I'm thinking the only way it might be kind of interesting to use these sacreds would be like... where's Naba? Like maybe giving them... Because they've got a shield for the arrows. You know, maybe giving them enough defense where they get like... You know, taking like a water 6 immobile or something and giving them... you know, bonus 4 defense. Then maybe Blood Surge. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you take. Like, I think that not taking a Titan is the greedy part. But, like, the Bless, your Sacreds are kind of garbage. So.
Yeah, I know that in these games, these maps are fairly tight. They're not hugely tight, but they're fairly tight. I've mostly considered either something awake or something just dormant. I'm not... Well, my latest experience going imprisoned was painful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point.
You really want to know that you've got great plans for dealing with something in that turn 12 to turn 36
dead
zone before your pretender comes out. You better be sure that you've got a good set of counters in mind.
It's kind of funny, too, because even just like the perception of being weak, like if you don't have people know you don't have a Titan and they like perceive you to be weak. Apparently that's a compelling factor in all these people wanting to attack Naba.
Sure seems that way.
All right. 5-1 bad events to good events. That's why I always go Misfortune 2. It seemingly gives better events on average than Luck 3. I'd like to say none of the bad events have been that bad at least. But I started the game with plus 30 on the rest of my capital, so even that isn't true.
I don't agree with him, but I can understand how he feels that way. But I have a heck of a lot of fun playing with luck.
Well, he still doesn't have luck super well spread. He's got a few provinces. He's probably got 4 provinces with luck 3, and he's probably got like 2 with luck 2 and a couple with luck 1 and some with neutral.
Well, luck isn't that amazing early game, but mid game it really starts to come into play.
Because he's probably like this is one of his 5 bad events, a very ill-ominous spread, which hardly counts as a bad event. But, you know, it happens in a place that has Misfortune 3.
What's his capital candles? How many candles in his capital? Only 4?
Yeah.
Well, this is part of his problem. If he only went 4 Dominion, then no, luck isn't all that good. I usually go 6. Definitely 5, but preferably 6.
Well, sometimes taking high Dominion makes your actual Dominion spread slow a little bit at the beginning because it'll fill up the bucket in your capital before going somewhere else too. But
yeah,
you actually, you know, luck does not pay off usually that much in the first year.
No.
Because it really, you have to spread to get, you know, the other thing when people did the luck analysis, luck 1 and 2 are not that great. Luck 3, you start getting a lot more returns. And when you're looking at luck in the first year, you don't have a lot of provinces with luck 3 in them, right? So you're not getting the benefit of luck 3 until you actually get luck 3 in your provinces. So
analysis. Yeah, Sir Thomas's analysis of luck scales.
Right, it showed a big payoff for luck 3 compared to luck 2 and luck 1, but most of his stuff is luck 2, so it's not like he actually is luck 3 yet.
The other part of the luck payoff is it's the extra trickle of gems you get continuously. Right. But you can't really translate those trickle of gems into anything useful until mid-game.
Yeah.
And then you can, because now you've got the potential for... Especially if you find some diversity matchups, some independence, you're less dependent on successful trade to get gems you don't have enough of, or
yeah. I don't think luck is really I mean, you can get fantastically lucky year 1, but I think it's not really a year 1 thing. Like if you want to be stronger year 1, you want productivity and order. But
or a monster,
yeah, or a monster.
or get big, get fast.
Right. Okay. In Debreithia, he took this out. Minimal losses, but now he has an Ictid province, which is, like you were saying, going to open up these lakes.
Yeah, and I figured that's what's going. Last turn I mentioned, I think for sure he's going to grab that, prep himself to take those Kulus, however you pronounce their goofy-ass name.
Yeah.
Those fish centaurs.
Yeah, Kululus. And he's got 2 parties here, so he can probably combine these and go after this.
He's got no competition for it either.
Right. And then take this. So anyway, he looks like he's just chilling, and probably he's pinged this. I know he pinged this a turn ago, so he's probably looking to get this throne.
Yeah, he's largely completed expansion. Well, wasn't he the one last turn gave us the message he's going for that throne fairly soon?
I think somebody was saying they were going for the Throne of Growth. I don't think it's him. But I think he did say he was going for thrones.
Yeah.
Okay, a message has arrived from End. Okay, nap 3 with Agartha. Okay. Which, let's go over there and just make sure we... Okay, so that's his northern neighbor. Who he was busy figuring out how they would do against Shardguard. Or how he would do against Shardguard. Pythium border is anchored by Bone Tribe Forest. Don't expect an attack from that direction. Probably more worried about other neighbors, although I still have a great way through the cave to threaten his cap if I see an opening. Rivers on the south guarding against Uruk. Satis seems the most logical avenue for offensive operations.
Okay.
This is a little exciting because I want to see what happens when Satis gets rushed.
Yeah, see what his play is.
Yeah, because he's got something planned and he's going to let people know. All right.
So he's got plays in mind.
Although I might go for thrones first. The throne and forest to my northwest is pretty easy, and we'll be scrying to see what kind of throne it is, because End can do that from their cap site. Hope it's an attack defense throne. Research will unlock all to this turn, so I guess I'm switching to Magus's. With 2 sages as slaves, they can earth meld. Then I'm not sure. Probably construction 2 for boost and anti-thug gear.
Okay.
All right.
So I was talking last turn that it'll be interesting to see the strategic decision on if people start looking, I'm going to grab a throne, or if I'm going to pick a fight. Pan has obviously chosen to pick a fight. But right now...
It looks like End is leaning towards the thrones.
Rather than pick an early fight.
Which is End, I think, is especially, like he was saying, if you get thrown... Let's see what he has. Yeah, like this, getting +3 attack on all your cap sacreds can be a huge deal.
Yeah.
So that would be very juicy. The Throne of Knowledge is always nice.
Masters are very handy, but they cost you a fortune. It takes a long time to get the ones you need.
Yeah.
But in the long run, lore masters do really add up for mid-game diversity.
But yeah, getting this Throne of Fire would be pretty clutch before marching off to war. And Earthmeld's going to be very good against Satis relying on Sobex. But we don't know what else Satis is going to do. And I can't remember. Do we see any fights?
No.
I can't remember how much poison resistance he has. Probably 10. 5. Not quite enough. Like if Satis has enchantment 5 and they do poison ward on their own stuff and foul vapors and skelly spam, that's not going to end well for a big end army.
No. Yeah, I'm with you there. I even had a case where I ran poison resist 15 and did my own poison foul vapors, and the chip damage was still fairly large.
Yeah. In a long battle, foul vapors will kill very high PR stuff. Okay. Okay, so that was End. And yeah, okay, so now we'll just go into column. Let's go up to check out Agartha. We haven't looked at them yet. They expanded over here. And then all moved south. And Agartha has been... I don't think we've heard it from Agartha's mouth, but we've heard it from Pangaea that they're going to be attacking Naba. And that does look to be the case. We see things moving north.
those Shard Guard have moved north.
Yeah.
The one where, but he's left an Earth Reader in that fort he's putting up in that.
Only 6 PD. That's still a little risky. Yeah. No misfortune scales there yet, though. But
maybe he lucked out with independent scouts and has been able to put scouts on his critical borders, so we can get warning. Because he's really going to want an early warning system.
Yeah, that's true.
Given his slow map move.
Yeah, that's a good point. Scouting's probably more important on slow nations than on fast ones.
I would think so. At least that's I could say. But then I'm kind of crazy for scouts. I just basically send them everywhere.
Yeah, I am not that way. All right, so that's Agartha. Naba. They take this heavy cav province.
Something went wrong with his script. Lost a couple of commanders there. I mean, he did okay, but.
Yeah, it looks like this heavy cav is going to make contact. The birds have landed back here and slowed things down, but the...
Well, they broke up a formation or two. I'm just wondering why he lost it. Let's see how the heck. I don't see anything wrong.
It must be the heavy cav.
He's still using those longbow mercs. Just as line fillers.
Yeah. So, yeah, he lost 5 guys. A camo captain, that's a little painful.
I'm just thinking that must have just been stray arrows or something.
Yeah.
He's not his line.
Yeah, I think the things these guys killed were birds, which we could do the math and subtract out how many birds came from the camel riders and then figure out how many of the troops were friendly fire from Naba. But okay, I mean, that's pretty clean. Otherwise, not a lot going on for Naba.
Yeah. What pinged him? Something pinged his fort.
This one?
Yeah, what happened?
It's just a scout from Uruk.
Okay.
But it's good he's patrolling, because he should be looking for missing White Centaur, because we don't know where any of the White Centaur are. Not a ton of PD here.
So this fort should have, I think, 4 turns left. So
Yeah.
He's got a long time now.
He's got a long time. We can see a temple has popped up here, and presumably there's a lab, but he's focusing on mages a lot. I don't know. We haven't heard much from him diplomatically, but especially if you don't have naps, I don't know. I mean, we've heard the writing on the wall from Pangaea, so we kind of know something's coming. He doesn't. But not making troops in the one fort you have, little, if you don't have naps with all your neighbors, little risky. He's making them in his cap, though.
Yeah. He's got pretty good map move, though. Like, I think camels are pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Camels are super fast.
So.
And, I mean, camels are... The nice thing, if we look at, like, the matchup versus Pan, camels, the arrows are going to be... I mean, the birds are going to be kind of nice for eating the lance charge.
Busting.
So there's a spot for that. But, yeah. His troops are not really these are not really ideal White Centaur killers, though.
No. Is anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are things that are good White Centaur killers, but I don't think they're on the Naba roster right now.
Yeah.
Maybe like a crap ton of flaming arrows. But I can't remember, does he have this? Where's Pangaea? Oh wait, that's not a sacred commander. Well, I can't remember how much fire resistance he has.
I thought he took 10.
Yeah, it's probably 10. I couldn't remember if it was 5 or 10. Okay, so anyway, that's Naba. Uruk we've done, End we've done. Let's do Ulm.
Arthur we've done.
I don't think we've done Ulm. Yeah, he took this.
So he's isolated his last remaining Hindi there.
Right.
He's done there.
Oh boy.
Who who was that?
That's Vanarus. I kind of don't want to spoil it, but we've already fleshed it. Let's get. Nothing's happening in Ulm.
So this didn't work.
Now this was Mercs in the front. The Oathbound are coming behind. There's a decent chance that when the Ictids and the Mercs die, he'll get HP routed. The other problem is I don't know if he has fire resistance. He does not. Fire elementals are going to disrespect the shit out of Oathbound without fire resistance. They don't care about glamour. They don't care about defense. They care, and they don't really care about protection. They just care, do you have fire resistance?
Well, even that ice element is trampling a few. Is it's taking out 3 or 4.
Look how many fire elementals that was, though.
Whoa.
What did they have back here?
Well, there's 4 sorcerers.
Oh, this guy.
He whittled away a lot of the chaff.
I think it was mostly all from this guy. This guy might have done baby fire elementals or something.
Well, and one of them had water gems for those couple eyes.
Yeah.
Which actually did some damage.
I mean, oh boy.
But he got rid of all the chaff in front, and all that heavy infantry is on guard commander for the Independents.
I think that doesn't make the throne easier to take, to be honest. I think it makes it harder, because you kill the infantry, you have a chance at now routing the wizards.
Now he's weakened it for somebody else to snipe it before he can get an army there.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody with flyers that can attack.
I want to see how bad of an idea this was coming in here. Does he at least have magic weapons? That is what I need to know. Doesn't even have magic weapons. I think there is no world, like if you come in and you scout it and you see this guy.
No, this was never going to win.
Yeah.
The best he could do is plan a 2-phase attack, get rid of all the frontline chaff, and go in again with something to get to the back line.
Because this is... Honestly, this one mage would probably... If he had just like bodyguards and like he didn't get completely somebody running at the back line, this mage... The 4 fire elementals he's going to summon will kill this whole army. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, I don't... So, but he's made a strategic decision to try to lock down thrones.
Right.
The event gems and extra glass rather than pick a fight. And it's not paying off right now.
Yeah. I don't know what you would need as Vanarus to take this. Maybe a thug. I think I would try to thug this before I would send in non-fire resistant, non-magic weapon Oathbound.
You need something to flank and get into the mage line.
Yeah, or that.
Have anything. Some cavalry or something that flies or something very fast.
Painful. All right, we'll come back to Vanarus. Ulm is done. Pangaea, we've talked about. Pelagia. Pelagia has built up.
He is ready.
A force.
Take that farm.
He has decided his beachhead, and yeah, it's probably going to be this farm.
Yeah, he's ready for it.
But meanwhile, Satis is moving south, and he's got a Marshmaster.
Oh, okay. So what does he do with the Marshmaster?
This is going to tell us a lot about what his research is. Cold Bolt.
Really?
Yeah.
Cold Bolt.
Cold Bolt.
Oh,
Sleep Cloud.
Out of range. It was out of range. Sleep Cloud's okay.
Yeah. Cold Bolt was off script.
Yeah, he was just too far back.
Is Sleep Cloud thaumaturgy or enchantment?
I thought it was thaumaturgy. Let me check. No, it's evocation. So that's why the Cold Bolt. So he went for evocation.
He's doing it. He's doing evocation Satis.
Oh, but we know he did evocation because he did that for his Titan.
Right, but yeah, no, we knew that. But what we didn't know was how he was going to use Marshmasters. Because if he was splitting it, like he could be going, okay, well, I'm going to do like enough evocation, like Evo 3 for my Titan, but then I'm going to do the normal thing and go for enchantment.
Yeah, but I think I know why that Marshmaster's there. He wanted to save a movement turn so he can site search.
Yeah.
I don't think he even really cared if the Marshmaster was there for the fight.
That's probably true.
I think that's just a secondary element.
And his god is over here, which he must not have site searched yet, or he's just backing. He must be back. Okay. He was here. Maybe he's just getting his Sobek warriors out.
I don't know. I don't know why the god would move there.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, mysteries abound. But that is Satis.
Transparent to me.
Yeah.
The next part of Satis's plan. We've seen the early part. It's been okay. He's got his cap circle. He's got some good gem income.
Right, and he's got End looking him down as his first war target.
Yeah.
Okay. In Vanarus, we saw the fail on the throne. They successfully expand here. What throne is this? The inner throne? That would be kind of nice for them to get. Can they benefit from the order? They could. Okay.
All right.
Not too much happening. The monkeys expanding down this way. They take out the barbs. They lose some Marcata, but otherwise, and some deer tribe, but nothing they care about.
That's that army with all the many squads and all kinds of tricky bits.
Yeah, and this has a big stack of... Oh, and he's got white ones. A few white ones. Not a lot.
That looks like a throne killing stack.
Does he have a part of his bless that woke up? No.
Let's turn 11, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a strong stack. Whoops. My mouse is off screen. I'm scrolling.
Just south of it. And that's got heavy cavalry with a sorcerer.
Yeah. Throne of bureaucracy, though. What a shitty throne.
Oh. Yeah. I think he might be making it a throne play.
Yeah, I think you're right. Vanheim scouting this one. But yeah, not much other monkey action. We can see in his capital, he's getting a lot of these Bandar warriors, the big cudgel carrying kind.
Right.
Now, these are going to be good against high protection things. I think if you're worried about the elves attacking you, you probably want Sticks and Stones variety, the light Bandar warriors, so you can maybe pop Glamour. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a bad call.
Let's take a look on the attack skill of these guys real quick.
Those,
He's making these guys, which have 11 attack, but if they hit you, you're dead. The light Bandar... Wait, where are you? This guy.
they don't have helmets.
They don't have helmets.
Give away.
But the Sticks and Stones attack would be pretty darn good. And it's the same attack. I don't know. I think I would prefer these guys versus elves. And the tigers are going to be pretty good versus elves. Okay. And he's got a fair amount of Marcata, too. Oh, he's preparing for this, is what he is.
Yeah, he wants to take barbarians. Marcata are a very cost-effective solution.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so he's still looking to wrap up expansion and maybe grab a throne.
I wonder if he's got any forts underway.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm guessing that one to the southeast, I think I see a yogi in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's built a lab.
But no fort. I think this was shamans, right? Like lizards?
Yes. But he needs a temple there, too.
I don't see any forts going up.
No, not yet.
Okay.
He's built a lot of troops, though. So he might be just doesn't have the money yet.
Yeah. Okay, so this will be interesting. We'll see what he does here with the barbarians probably next turn. And then Mictlan driving the struggle bus.
He basically did nothing.
Yeah.
I Council Steer tribe north of his capital.
But man, if he tries to take it now, he's risking bumping Jotunheim, which would be if he took it, Jotunheim bumps and wins the bump. I think you just say I'm going to go AI so that I get the resource bonus. There's nothing a human player is going to do at that point.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Never do that in a game. Don't go AI ever. But it probably would be harder if he did.
Who's left?
Okay, we've done that column. We did Xibalba and Pythium. We have done Vanheim. We've done Ashdod. Dude, record time, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it was a quiet turn, just some maneuvering. Obviously, diplomacy is happening, great gangbusters in the background, and
Right.
we're only privy to a small subset of that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching. It is going to heat up, though. So tune back in next time as First Wars break out.
Very much so.
All right. See you guys.